Good evening, everybody. Yes, today is a very special day to talk about this show right now. We're going to be talking about The Children of the Shiunji Family, Episode 4. Now, before I talk about the show, I'd like to say one thing about this show. The Children of the Shiunji Family is, without a doubt, one of the best animes of the spring of 2025. And I'm saying it not as a joke. I'm saying it for real. You want to know why? First of all, this show is created by one of the top 10 greatest manga creators of all time. He made Rent a Girlfriend what it is. Now, for those of you who despise Rent a Girlfriend, and even though we're getting a fourth season coming out in July, and I still say this, Rent a Girlfriend is still the GOAT of rom-coms, by the way. For those of you who watch this show, I just have one question. How in the world are you guys okay watching this show, but not Rent a Girlfriend? You see, this is from the same guy who made Rent a Girlfriend. And y'all badmouth that Rent a Girlfriend show. You badmouth the show that everybody talks about. You're badmouthing Rent a Girlfriend so bad that y'all drop it. But when it's this show, The Children of the Shiunji Family, once again created by one of the greatest manga creators of all time who made Rent a Girlfriend, y'all started to talk about the show. And the thing is, this is one of those worst case scenario animes where you have to watch. Now, I love reading The Children of the Shiunji Family. It's really good because you always want to know who he gonna end up with. Now, Arata, my boy Arata, is now in that predicament of like, okay, we're not related, but it's like, do I see them? It's like, here's the balance scale. On the one hand, on the one scale, you got like, oh, they're sisters. You treat them, you've been there for years, and now they're sisters, okay? But then you're looking at them and you're like, you don't see them as sisters, you actually see them as actual women. So now it's like, okay, there's a balance scale. Do I treat them as sisters or do I see them as women? That's the hard thing with Ari. So that is the big problem with him. Now, last week was a cliffhanger among cliffhangers. It was a bona fide cliffhanger. One that stands out the most of the worst, guys. I mean, like, again, if you're going to end it with a cliffhanger, you got to come out strong. And with Oka saying like, you already know what she meant. She already said it. Now, let's begin with the continuation of The Children of the Shiunji Family, Episode 4. Let's go right here with this. Okay, so after the confession going on with Arata and Oka, Oka confessed to Arata saying like you. Now, she's a tsundere. We all know what tsunderes are these days. We already know just how clever tsunderes are. Sorry, let me adjust the camera here. I gotta fix this a bit. Okay, sorry about the delay here. I just gotta fix the camera here. I want to make sure it's perfectly lined up and get this out the way before bad things happen. See what I mean? I gotta fix the angle here. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I want to prove a point here when I say about the Children of the Shiunji. I want to point about Oka. You see, Oka is a tsundere. She is a tsundere. A tsundere unlike any other. Now, I hate saying this. I don't want to say it, but it gotta be confession time. Arata and Oka is second best ship for me. And I'm going to tell you why. One, I'm rooting for Katano. Katano is my favorite girl from the Shiunji family. She is my number one. Because I see the Sumi Sakurasara in Katano. Now, the only reason I put Oka second favorite ship, my second favorite ship, is because this is one of those classic rom-coms vibe where the tsundere girl gets the guy. Now, 9 times out of 10, there's gonna be the tsundere girl getting the guy. If you look at Nisekoi, same thing. Shitoge, tsundere, got the guy. The girl from I'm getting married to a girl I hate in class, Akane, I think, she's getting the guy. And I hope we get a season 2, by the way, of that show. Tomo-chan is a girl. Tomo is a tomboy, but also is tsundere kind of. She has somewhat of a tsundere vibe. But still, gets the guy. So what I'm saying is, there's always the tsundere girl that has a plethora of chance to get the guy. She's from Rent a Girlfriend. We already know she's a tsundere. Does she have a shot for the MC? Yeah. Now again, I support Sumi, but if we were to take away my fanship and look at it directly on the page of a radar, you know damn well there's sometimes, and I say sometimes, not all the time, sometimes a tsundere, 9 out of 10 in a rom-com, gets the guy. That's all I'm trying to say. So, as that goes along, Minami, the tomboy, energetic muscle of the group, heard it all. She heard the word and then she stormed out. Didn't say a word, she just heard it and stepped off. And then she wanted to speak to Arata about it at the gym. Yo, Arata is freaking fit. He is buffed. He work out more than Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend. And you know what's funny? I find it interesting because Kazuya, he's not the F boy. Like I don't hate Kazuya like that. I don't really hate this guy. He just has some ups and downs. I'm looking at Arata, and I hate to say it, but he's about to have some up and downs. Again, seeing him as sisters and not seeing him as women, he really can't decide up and down, like, should I go out? But there's a shot. Is it wrong? Is it not wrong? He's having some beliefs about what to do. And I get it. He's the brother. He's the second oldest brother. He's like, I'd say, probably the third highest in terms of siblings. Him and Oka are the same. I think he's the third highest. Yeah, because Benri is 18. Shiha, the scientist girl, she's 17, and Oka and Arata are 16. So yeah, they're tied with third. So being like the third oldest, of the family, he treats a big brother to them. So I see why he can't do it. But again, he got some on and off gestures. But again, Arata looked freaking jacked. He is freaking jacked. You know what he reminds me of? The guy from 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. The MC Otaku. And then when he went to the beach, he's all jacked up for watching One Punch Man. So I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, damn, he's jacked up. But again, Minami was just asking about, did something happen with you and Oka? Because again, after what happened at the confession and Disneyland, quote, she decided to walk away. So now, this whole plan, well, no. And then Shira in the bathroom scene. I know what y'all did there, guys. Y'all want to add some fan service shots. Because Rent a Girlfriend gave us some fan service shots. Especially in the bath and / shower scene. I remember Sumi was in the shower scene. Y'all did that. And I love Sumi. That shower scene was spot on. Woo, that was spot on. And then Chizu's bath scene. Every Rent a Girlfriend in a bath and shower scene really got you going like, oh my god, that is so freaking hot. And then with Shira's bath scene, it's like, do you like her with or without the glasses? Do you like her with or without the glasses? I know. Now, she doesn't have any she doesn't have any feelings for Arata at the moment. Not yet, guys. I tell people and I tell viewers and I tell everybody, just wait. Just be patient. Just be patient. Somewhere down the line, there's going to be a time where she's going to have feelings for Arata. Now, Benri. Everybody loves Benri. Benri is now everybody's top 2 favorite girl. I have never met anybody or post a comment that says Benri is their least favorite girl or their 4th favorite girl. Benri is top 3. Benri, to me, if you would have asked me, where does Benri rank among the best girls of the Shiunji family? I got her second. Kotano's first. Benri is second. That's just me. So now Benri wants to go on a date with Arata. Now, this is the second time they go on a date. The first time, no, this is actually the second time they go on a date. Because if you go back to the last week's episode, they went on just go on a date for hours, like that in Disneyland, quote. Now they actually on a date. Now me, I am so freaking jealous because not only Benri is top 2 for me, but everybody who watched the show has Benri as number 1. And Benri, being the oldest sister of the Shiunji family, y'all love her so much that y'all want to go on a date with her. And I feel bad. Sorry. And y'all jealous. I get it. I'm jealous too. Again, I wish I was on a date with Benri. I ain't gonna lie with you. forget the whole scenario, sibling slash survive thing. Forget that. We're talking about Benry. How many of you love to go on a date with Benry? I know I would. I love to go on a date with Benry. Come on. Come on. With a gorgeous, hot, sexy figure body like Benry, who's gonna say no to that? Who's gonna say no to that? So Benry and Arta went on a date, and she got a new phone and everything like that, and they want the couple's discount. And I'm like, yo, if you think about it, having a couple's discount, you get a huge discount. Save your money on that one. But I'm glad he chose a smartphone because, iPhones are the biggest thing. iPhones are better than, I'm just saying, iPhones are the best phones. But still, for him to pick a phone, and not get a couple discount, I'm a little disappointed. Because if you have a couple discount, you could drop a lot of prices. It's like for a regular phone bill, the average would be like what, I'll say 120, 130 a month on your phone bill. But if you have a couple's discount, hell, they drop that for maybe half price. You probably be like what, $65 a month, but with the couple plan. But he refused not to. Damn, I wish I was. So they go on that simple day, walk in, share some ice cream and all that. But if you look closely at remember Shiha shower scene that got the little necklace, the blue necklace, and then you see Benry's ring, and then you look at Benry's necklace. Each of those rings, the little colorful rings they have, is based off the color, but also that their mom gave them. So you could tell each of those, the ring, the earrings, or the necklace, each of them was a symbol that they cherished their mom. So they can't take it off and all that stuff, but you can see that little detail. And they had ice cream together. They had a date. It was a simple date plan. And then everybody was just staring at Benry as she was heading home. And you can see the guys. It's like the guys want to date her. The girls want to date her. The girls even want to be like her. Like, everybody look at her like Chizuwu from Rent a Girlfriend. Every time Chizuwu walks by, or when Sumi walks by, or Ruka walks by, or bitch-ass mommy, no matter what, every time they see one of these girls walk down the streets, their comments is like, oh my God, who is this girl? Oh my God, she's so gorgeous. Damn, I wish, oh yeah, he's on a date with her. Damn, I wish I was him. Those kind of things that they reminisce of the Rent a Girlfriend vibe. And that's what they did. But this was all about Minami's secret plan. This whole thing was to allow Benry to go on a date to see where this goes. Is he flustered? Does he still have feelings? What is all this about? That's what's all Minami's idea. And that bath scene, of course, Minami in the bath scene. And then all of a sudden, she mentioned a comment about with Oka and Confession with Arata, to a point that it literally sent into the group chat by accident. Delete the message. But here's where it gets funny. Kotano, my girl. Kotano shows a lot of faces. She went from sad to like little poutiness. I love her little poutiness. She was like, that little poutness when she saw a photo of Benry and Arata having an ice cream date together. But then that moment when she saw the text right before Minami deleted it, she was so flustered, like she is on. Oh my God, I feel bad. I feel bad for Katano at this moment. Let me just say this again. I feel bad for Katano. Katano made the first bullet. Let me just say this. Katano made the first bullet. She made the first move on Arata. Let's not all forget that. She made the first effing move on Arata. Now, Benry has, I won't say step up her game yet, but she's this close. Because if you go back to, how to put this, every girl has made a move so far. If you look at these 4 episodes, not every girl, but every girl made a first move, if you look at it closely. Let's see. Katano made the first bullet. Shiha made the first bullet by going to the room and getting on top of him. Oka confessed. Minami trying to get a little something on the side, trying to see what can he do to get closer to her. And then Benry went on 2 dates. So Benry has now almost about to escalate. Right now, Benry just surpassed Katano in terms of getting closer and closer to Arata as we speak. I'm not against Benry at this. I'm not against Benry. She's top two for me. But I feel bad for Katano because Katano is like looking at that scene when they're on a date and looking at the text. I feel bad for Katano so much that she's gonna step up. She has to step up her game. Just like Sumi did when she stepped up her first game in the first episode of season 1, when she stood toe to toe against Mami-chan, and I was rooting for her, and she spoke, she developed. I hope this works for Katano as well. Katano's gonna step up even more. But overall, though, this was a good episode. I mean, I love it. The fact that the confession led to so many diagrams of where this is going to lead to confessions and all that, with a little twist on the side, especially with Katano. And the date with Benry just proved to y'all that Benry is top 2. Now everybody put Benry as number 1, but I'll put her as top 2. But with Katano looking at that message before it got deleted, that's just going to show you love is war, and it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. And I hope Katano steps up. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.